Ahoy there! For you it's been a week, for me it's been 4 seconds. Yeah, so Lossiemouth, as I was in last week's video, which was filmed 30 seconds ago, and about to depart in the next hour or so. I'm just waiting for 360 footage to export. I can't unplug until then. But high tide here is at 12:08 today, which means if I leave at 12:08 we've got a falling tide all the way down to Whitehills. It feels very, very windy in here. However, I think this is just a bit of a funnel. Certainly felt it like when I was trying to park the boat last night. Yeah, nice short little journey. Should be about 4 hours. Upwind naturally, but we're close to the coast, so there should be no fetch whatsoever. Hopefully, getting there for the night. It's a small little harbour. And then after that to Peterhead tomorrow, which should all work out with the tides. So yeah, first things first, I am going to fix my little batten car that I haven't done. So yeah, we'll go and do that first, shall we? Before we get into the video, I want to talk to you about these little doodads. So the company Like Me reached out and said, we've got these headphones we want you to try. And I'm always a bit hesitant about different things like this. However, headphones for me, if you've watched the videos, you'll know that basically I sail all the time with earphones in. I do a lot of things with earphones in, and that's because I'm going deaf. Mainly in my right ear, and part of that is that I get tinnitus really bad. So I always have headphones in. The trouble is I've been wearing in-ear headphones, and same old story with those. After X amount of hours, they just get uncomfortable, especially if you're going around doing things and all the rest of it. They're an absolute nightmare. And earwax. Nobody ever talks about earwax with them. It's horrible. Yeah, so these ones are quite cool because they just clip over your ear and the speaker's just there and it just shoots the sound down your ear holes. It's a really cool design, and you just clip it over your ear like this and you don't even know it's there, and it is spooky because you get the sound like you're wearing in-ear headphones, or the majority of it, and you're not, and you can't feel them in your ears at all, which is another thing. My ears get irritated if I wear headphones for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, so they're water resistant, they're IPX4 rated, so it doesn't matter if you get a bit of rain on them, and what they are fantastic for is maintaining situational awareness. One thing I find, if I'm walking down the pontoons with earphones in, and you see somebody, pull the earphone out, start talking to, and you're holding it in your hand, you're worried there's any earwax on the end and they're going to see it, and stuff like that, pop it back in. These, you can have a conversation with somebody, with them in and playing, because, I mean, I can stick my finger down my ear. There's nothing in my ear there, so I can scratch my ear or whatever. So things like sailing or riding your bike or being out fishing or stuff like that, you can maintain situational awareness because you can hear everything still. Probably wouldn't wear them on the bus because imagine other people can hear what you're listening to. But yeah, they're fantastic. I have concerns. At the end of the day, these are £32 on their website, so I thought the sound quality and build quality was going to be garbage. So I wasn't looking forward to actually turning around and saying, I'm sorry, I'm sending you these back. But they're actually surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. They're up on their website for about 32 quid. You can get them off Amazon, which is a bit more expensive, but they have an offer on with 20% off at the minute. So you could get them and try them. Go on to Amazon, I'll leave a link in the description. Have a look at the reviews. Don't just trust me. Don't trust anybody on the internet. Internet people aren't trustworthy. Go and have a look at them, read the reviews, give them a try. If you buy them off the website, as I say, it's cheaper. You can buy it via PayPal, so you have all of those buyer protections and everything in case you're worried about any of that sort of stuff. They come with this handy dandy little charging case, which gives you, I think, 22 hours of total listening time. I think it's six hours on the headphones, and then this brings it up to 22. The box is even nice. Yeah, so go give them a look, because they're quite cool and they're quite cheap and they're quite good. So yeah, give Like Me a shout. Ahoy! It's actually several hours later. We had a look over the wall there, and there were massive breaking waves, and the wind that was supposed to be 12 to 18 was more like 20 to 30, so another night in Lossiemouth. So I've been doing some editing and some transferring of data during the day, but I am going to fix this mask track car. So for those of you who don't know, the sail runs up and down the mast in this track here with these little car things, doodads, fastened onto the sail, and that's what keeps the sail against the mast and keeps the leach of the sail in a line and the aerodynamic shape. Now what's happened is one of my mast cars down here has come out of the track, and I know how it happened. It was my fault. I was trying to get a better shape on the sail, and I over tightened the reef line, and because the clue pulls out on mine as well as down, I basically pulled the car out of the track. It's what it is. It's an easy fix, because under here you will see, in here, see how these two blades here hold the car in. Well, down the bottom somewhere, I don't know if you can see it, those blades aren't there, and they're just held in place by this piece of string to stop them falling down below it. So all I need to do is undo this string. My camera just randomly shut itself off. That's weird. Don't know why that happened. Anyway, yeah. I hope all that last bit recorded. If it didn't, I'm just going to do the job. Basically, I need to lift these cars up so they don't fall out, which I can probably do with a bit of old string and just hold them up. Yeah, and then I can do the bottom one. So that is my first job. Well, no, my first job is opening this and finding some string. Radio. I've opened the bag up a little bit. I've got a piece of this string, quite a long piece of string, way too long. It's actually my steering system, so don't break that. So I'm going to slide these up and then put the string underneath it. However, there's nowhere for me to put the camera really that you're going to see this without dropping it. And dropping it is not, I repeat, not an option. No, that's way too dodgy. I'll see if I can figure something out. I don't think that's going to work, but we'll see. Possibly. So I've lifted all the cars up above the one that's loose. And I just tied them up with this bit of string. Now I need to drop this car out from below here, pop this one in. Job's a good one, in theory. Hashtag running repairs. We'll try and show you the string is now out, so we can drop that beyond there. Figure out which way this wants to go, which is that way. Put it in there like that. And then get the other one in, which I need another hand for, so goodbye. If I keep going like this, people are going to start to think I know what I'm doing. So I'll pop those back up now, dink dink, just tied them up with this arrangement. And what I'm going to do is replace this little bit of string, because I don't want that to fall off. So I'll put a new little piece in, why not? And then this is actually part of holding the stack pack up, so I'll probably, it is tied through there, but I'll just retie it a bit lower on that one. Yeah, and then job done. Right, next time you see me I'll be setting off, hopefully. Actually, I may as well show you a job well done, hadn't I? So there she is now. Just put that on and a backup as well. And that is the car that was out of the track. All good. Hopefully I've put them the right way around, otherwise my sail will never go up. But we'll find that out in the morning. Right. See you later. Okie dokie, we are on our way into a little bit of swell, but otherwise flat calm. Beautiful bird there, some kind of gull I think, with like a yellowish head and neck. It's either some kind of fancy bird or it was hanging around the Chinese chippy last night and got its head inside a curry carton. Either way, it's a good looking bird. Right, Lossiemouth to Whitehills. No wind, or I'm making my own wind, so all motor today, but it's only about hopefully 4 hours or so. We shall see. The tide is slightly against us at the minute, only by about 0.3 knots, 0.4 knots. That'll change in the next hour and give us a bit of a push. Again, only a few knots, a few tenths of a knot, but it all helps. Lossiemouth, it's a great little town. Treat myself to a pizza. I'll put the name of the pizza place here. It said like on the wall that it won awards and stuff. Which you're always sceptical about. In fact, Alistair said, yeah, the ink's still wet on those that printed them themselves. But it turns out it was a delicious pizza. So I was very happy about that. Right, settle into the journey, I suppose. Maybe the wind will fill in and I'll get a sail up, but it's not worth the hassle of getting the main up, getting it wet through, because it's forecast to pour it down. Get the main wet through and then pour it away wet and blah blah blah. So just leave her where she is. Righto, catch you in a bit. Hello, seal. Alright, so we've landed. Do you remember that post from earlier? This one? So, the reason I said make a note of it is this. You can tell the depth of the entrance by the height of that, the water on that post. So you see the concrete thing at the bottom. If it's above the concrete thing, you've got at least 2 meters. If it's below the concrete thing, or at the bottom of the concrete thing, you've got 1.7 meters. And if it's lower than that, you're boned, basically. Yeah, so that's that, effectively. Right. I'll just show you the inside of the harbour and where we were parked, and I guess that's probably it for this week. I'll do the end or something.